This is Gorilla Monsoon.
And your host, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Primetime Wrestling. The greatest professional wrestlers in the world right here in the World Wrestling Federation. And this week, no exception, Bob, we've got a tremendous lineup. And some of your stablemates, some of your family are going to join us.
Well,
too.
you must have taken a bad bath at the track one day. That's all that's on your mind.
I'm not a horse player by a long shot.
You bet on the dogs?
No.
Well,
only
good.
the British Bulldogs. I bet on them.
Well, you save your money, don't bet on Kirshner, because he's in our first match with the king of wrestling, Handsome Harley Race.
Handsome Harley. You know, I finally got to the bottom of things, Bobby. I called up the LJN Toy Company, and they said, in fact, that you do have a doll. It was sent to Beverly Hills. In fact, a half a dozen of them were sent there, and you refused to pay the postage.
No, wait a minute. I didn't refuse to pay no postage. I never got any dolls. I haven't been home for a couple weeks. I've been on the road busy.
Well, whoever your representative is there refused to pay, I think it was 12 cents postage due. Would that be Miss Betty?
No, Miss Betty does not come to my home.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. But you do indeed, in fact, have a doll.
I know I have a doll.
And it has a tail.
Doesn't have a tail.
All weasels have tails.
I'm not a weasel.
Wrestling fans, tremendous action as always here this week on Primetime Wrestling.
It's going to be a ball.
Bobby the Brain Heenan has already been out of shape. We just started. Well, we've got a tremendous lineup. We're going to see former tag team champions Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, Handsome Harley Race, of course, is our opening match. We're going to take a look at the Funks, the Islanders, a whole host of tremendous superstars of wrestling. In fact, right now, let's go to ringside for Race and Kirshner. Making his way to the ring, the king of professional wrestling, following his unbelievable coronation, Handsome Harley Race. Where's his crown, Alfred?
I don't know. Where's his good looks as well to go with the handsome?
I don't know. Take a look at that kisser.
However, he is a very, very creditable wrestler, and to have won that title took a lot of doing. Very proud man.
Self-proclaimed, I might add.
This match is one fall with a 30-minute time limit. First from Kansas City, weighing in at 253 pounds, the king of wrestling, Handsome Harley Race. And his opponent, soon to be approaching the ring from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, weighing 263 pounds, Corporal Kirshner.
Second Airborne, well represented here in the Boston Garden, and that youngster right there, with that look of determination on his face, Corporal Kirshner in the red, white, and blue. I'll tell you, this is not going to be any picnic for the king.
Really, and of all the wrestlers I've ever seen in my life, and believe me, I've seen a few, Kirshner is the one who can psych himself up for a match more than anybody. He just gets himself way, way up. That adrenaline flows, and he is absolutely a monster.
I imagine you'd have to psych yourself up pretty good to be jumping out of those doors of those airplanes, Alfred.
Yes. Have you seen him free-falling at all?
No.
Oh, incredible. He jumps out of the plane. You think he's going to never open that chute, and at the last moment he does. He's just so much nerve, so much courage. You're afraid for him. You're afraid he's not going to pull that chute.
Well, that's got him a long way here in the World Wrestling Federation, making up somewhat for experience.
Yes, he has the courage, he has the determination, the fire.
Talk about experience. The king certainly has that in his pocket.
And now Kirshner, yes, he needs a little more experience, and there's a lot in future, a lot in store in the future for this young corporal.
Side headlock by the Corp, and the king gets rid of him in a hurry. Look out. Oh, beautiful hip lock, right high, nice under deep. Oh, he got caught. He fooled around a little bit there and got caught. And the Corporal with a nice arm drag. And another one. Wow, did he get on deep on that one?
He did. They were really high arm drags, and he brought the king over, crunched him into the canvas 2 or 3 times. And I think the king is rather pleased now to be laying on his back, not having those tremendous blows into the canvas again.
Oh, look at that strength move by Kirshner.
Yes.
As he just jerked him up off, trying to pull that shoulder socket out of joint there.
Right, the King didn't last too long, just laying on his back there.
The only trouble with having all that adrenaline flowing in your body that early in the match like Kirshner does when he comes out there, it expends a lot of energy out of you.
It does, and it drains away, and once you lose that adrenaline flow, you're nowhere near as strong as you were, obviously, in the beginning.
And you tend to run out of gas, too.
Yes, awfully quickly, and if you don't have that experience and those moves to fall back on, then you are in trouble.
The King with an awful lot of tattoos. Maybe he was in the Navy or the Merchant Marines or something, or it might just seem like a good idea some Saturday night. Who knows?
I'll never understand that, I suppose.
Suplex coming up. Oh, no. Kirshner right up over the shoulder, scoop slams. Yes, he turned him loose.
Oh, Kirshner showing some of that unbelievable strength that he undoubtedly possesses. What a strong young man he is.
I don't think that the King expected this kind of offense out of the, shall we say, you know, rather Johnny-come-lately Corporal Kirshner.
I don't think so. And I'll tell you another thing about the King race. He seems to have been picking his opponents. And he, let us face it, he's picked himself one or two easy ones.
Well, that's Heenan that's doing that, Alfred.
Yes, I suppose it is.
But he says he has designs on, oh, look at that move. There's that experience coming through as he just eliminated him right onto the concrete here in the Boston Garden.
Being reprimanded by the referee, and I don't know why, quite honestly. Now he should be reprimanded by the referee, definitely.
Oh, rammed him right into the barricade, chest first. And still the action continues on the floor. Oh, dropped a headbutt right into his face. And I think Race just made it in time, or they both would have been counted out.
Yes, he was in there at the stroke of 9, and the referee, quite rightly, is refusing to count Corporal Kirshner and giving him a chance to get his wits back together again and some breath back into his body.
Chant was going out, USA. Maybe that'll get the Corporal back into this match. Wow, what a clothesline. As I was saying, the brain knows that he wants to design the King's throne to also carry the World's Heavyweight Championship.
I don't know what he's going to do, but it looks as if that's a suplex.
Oh, no!
Oh, a brain buster.
He nailed him with it.
He nailed him with a brain buster on the concrete, and I don't think even Corporal Kirshner, young and ambitious as he is, and strong and really, really...
Only salvation was he might have got that right arm up in there a little bit to save that, or he'd never be getting up from this, Alfred.
I think he did. I think he managed to get his shoulder in the way there, which could be almost as bad, but obviously not quite as bad as landing on his head.
Because that's not a wooden floor out there. That's steel and concrete that the ice goes on top of here in the Boston Garden when they get ready to play hockey.
Kirshner taking a tremendous pasting now. He's desperately trying to get himself into some semblance of physical conditioning again, but he's not being able to do this. Racism giving him that opportunity. Oh my word.
Brought him in the hard way, suplex from the outside.
And
Corporal could be ripe for the pickings here. Look at this, second turnbuckle on the inside. The King taking an awful lot of time here. Oh, too much time. He came down head first. What a beautiful three-point landing.
It was indeed, and very, very fortunate for Kirshner, and it's given Kirshner new life.
The tide has turned here.
And I would say fortunate for Kirshner, because that would have really put him way, way to sleep, in a deep, deep sleep. Look at him now. Kirshner, he may have made a mistake there too.
Well, the hard head is one of the fortes, but a big right hand sends the King out over the top rope, and now he's on the concrete. Didn't we just see it the other way around only moments ago?
We really did, and I tell you something, it speaks a lot for young Kirshner, because he had the resolve and that courage that was never in any doubt anyway, to get back into that ring against this experienced warrior And now look what's happened. As you say, we've seen it the other way around now.
Here comes the King, and he's getting crowned right now by Corporal Kirshner. Referee screaming to take the action inside. Oh, look at that. Backwards, right down the steps, head first. Onto the concrete floor goes the King. The King is not looking too well.
He's not. I can only assume the way he went down those stairs backwards that he was completely unconscious. He's getting to his knees now, but the referee is counting him. Kirshner coming down after him.
Rammed into the barricade here in ringside. Turn around, fair play, I guess.
And Kirshner back in quickly to beat that count. But at the same time giving Race a chance to get his wits back together again.
Well, good thing for that hand railing on the stairs there. The King would have never made it back into the ring. Uh-oh, ran right into that one. There's a headbutt for you. Right into the side of the face. The King now up on top of the top turnbuckle. He got caught. Look out below.
Wow. Earlier on in the match, the King was really giving an education to young Corporal Kirshner about what professional wrestling is all about. But as we can see right now, the tide is turning. Maybe Corporal Kirshner will come out of the Boston Gardens with a victory. We'll find out in a moment.
Don't make me laugh.
You want to be the host?
I am the host. You talk over
Go
me?
ahead, do it.
Okay, I'll be glad to. In our next segment coming up, wait a minute.
Let's go back to ringside.
The King, I was just going to say that.
Race has been up on those ropes twice and made 2 mistakes. And now Kirshner does the same thing. Well, that is inexperience, and he showed a little immaturity there.
Well, when you make those high-risk moves, you may have to pay for them.
You really do, and Race has surprised me somewhat because I thought he was a marginal risk man, but he's shown a couple of attempts at high-risk moves, and they've both been quite dismal failures.
They met face-to-face on that one, and both men suffered from that shot. I thought we were going to see a tremendous upset here only moments ago, as it looked like the Corporal was going to get a victory.
Yes, I don't think that will be such an upset because the Corporal's been doing very, very well lately. He's had 1 or 2 astounding victories in the WWF.
Well, with the credentials that Harley Race has, in my book, Alfred,
yes,
it's an upset.
It would be an upset. I think you're absolutely right there because Race is an established world logical contender, and quite rightly so. Just look at him. Oh, a very measured drop with that knee, right in the right place. Do maximum damage with minimum effort.
Except in the headache, number 15 for sure. 2 count only as the Corporal gets that left arm and shoulder out of there. That was close.
Close, good move by the youngster.
Corporal trying to clear the cobwebs, but I don't think he was able to. Oh, a nice block. Block of the suplex. And he got one of his own. Well executed. Could be all over here. No, look at the cover of it.
Really, that was a shame. And you know something? This ring has taken a horrible pounding from both these men, but Race does seem to have a slight edge.
Look out. Sleeper hold. Haven't seen the Corporal use this one. But you can never tell what he's going to do out there.
No, he's extending his repertoire now. He's gathering a few more holds. He may not be able to execute them thoroughly, but they all wear an opponent down.
Well, he's not really in the right position leverage-wise to make this whole work.
No, he's too much to the side there. He's got to get right behind his man.
Got to be right behind and let the guy carry your weight and get that pressure that you need on it. Oh, look at that. A low blow by the King to the blind side of the referee.
Absolutely, the blind side. So you can tell that Race isn't really out as much as you might think because he waited till the referee was on the blind side. And you can't do that if you're practically unconscious.
What a cheap shot by the King. Kirshner right for the pickings right now.
I think he is.
Possible pile driver coming up. Yes, he nailed him with it. Could be the beginning of the end.
I think that could be because the way Race executed that, he never stopped. He didn't He kept that move going, twisted him, and brought him right down on the crown.
Foot on the bottom rope.
And I think rather luckily for Kirchner there, the ropes were so close that he could just put his foot to them. Look at that move, Gorilla.
Another headbutt right into the mandible of the jawbone. Right where the ramus of the mandible articulates with the...
You certainly know your bones, Gorilla.
Oh, look out! Corporal coming out right onto the timekeeper. He's down. He wrenched his back right on the end of this steel and wooden table here. And the action has gone to the floor here in the Boston Garden.
And once again, Race is chasing him out. He's giving him no time at all. He slammed his head into this table. And Race is...
Oh, the tables have turned. And it's Corporal who rammed the King's head into the table.
The Corporal returned the favor there. And Race is shaking himself. He seems to be in a bad way to me, Gorilla.
Well, the King just got crowned. He doesn't know where he is. He's got to hold that hand railing again. That'll help him.
I don't think he really does know where he is. He's trying to make his way back into the ring. The referee was a little tardy in his count there, and there's the Corporal waiting for him.
Big roundhouse right by Kirchner, and another one. Side headlock now. The youngster at that point wasn't sure what to do, Alfred.
He wasn't. He was very undecided, and you cannot procrastinate.
Shoulder block, well executed. Oh, ran right into that clothesline.
Tremendous clothesline by Race, who seems to have got himself back mentally and physically.
Drops an elbow right across the esophagus, down for the cover. 2 count only.
Sheer instinct there by the Corporal saved him. I don't know if he even knows that he did that.
Nice block. And a right hand, and another one. Headbutt, that didn't have a whole lot of effect. Look out. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, nice clothesline by the Corporal. He should have went for the cover right there.
Right there. Maybe just a little bit. Oh, got caught. Knees up into the solar plexus of the Corporal. He waited just that split second too long, as you said, Gorilla, and got caught. Once again, immaturity, but definitely experience playing the better part for the King himself.
He missed the boat on that one. Oh! Unbelievable maneuver. Both men out over the top rope. Both men hit the concrete with a vengeance. And Race looks the better for wear of the 2 men.
He does, indeed. The Corporal has taken a lot of punishment inside and outside the ring, but look at him. He's still valiantly trying to come back again at Race. Race seems practically indestructible, though.
A lot of fire left in the youngster. Look out, going up to the top. Race in the center of the ring. He doesn't have a clue as to where the Corporal is. 82nd airborne, about to be airborne. High cross body, hooks the leg. No, the momentum. Harley Race takes him over and gets him. Just when it looked like it was going to be a victory for the Corporal, the cunningness, the cleverness of the King turned it around.
Handsome Harley Race.
A hard-fought victory for the King, Handsome Harley Race. He didn't expect this kind of an outing.
No, and if we were to see that again, we'd see that, in fact, the Corporal mistimed that jump. He was a little bit high, and instead of hitting Race in the chest where he should have hit him, he was head high.
Well, he tried to hook that leg. We're going to see it right now.
Let's have a look at this. Now watch when Race turns around. See how high the Corporal is. Watch this, look, you see, he's very, very high. See that?
Look, he reaches back for the leg, but it was too late.
Too late, and Race was able to turn that to his own advantage.
Race immediately
1, 2,
turned the tables.
and a solid 3.
The King wants to have a few words.
Only plays with peasants so long.
Now the King adding insult to injury here in the Boston Garden, trying to humiliate the youngster from the 82nd Airborne. But look at the determination on the face of Corporal Kirchner. We could have another whole new match beginning right now.
I think so. He's ramming that steel chair into the midriff. Oh, gosh.
Well, he did it. He added insult to injury.
He did indeed.
Chalking up a victory here in the Boston Garden, the King, Handsome Harley Race.
Wow. Lucky for Corporal Kirshner, he didn't make those kind of miscalculations when he was with the 82nd Airborne, because those kind of mistakes can be disastrous, as it was for him there. It's no question. For me?
It's unclaimed salvage and freight, not for me.
Yes?
Well, you probably noticed how the king of professional wrestling, Handsome Harley Race, disposed quite handily of Corporal Kirshner. See, another thing I'd like to instill into your people's mind is,
as soon as possible.
I'd like you all to get down on one knee as the king enters the ring.
On prime time, please.
What's with the pumpkin?
Well, we're only 3 days away from Halloween, and we could turn this into a new crown for the king. That was unclaimed salvage and freight. They have a package there that has your name on it. Could be
my doll.
Could be. I don't know really.
It's got to be the doll. I know that.
Do you think that the handsome one would wear something like this?
No, he wouldn't wear anything like that.
If we carved it out?
No, he's not going to walk around and look like he belongs in a pumpkin patch.
There isn't too much you could put on that would make him look much better, wrestling fans.
Get
right
me the
now,
floor man out here right now.
Take a look at the World Wrestling Federation
the one that doesn't
on
look too
tour.
bright. Bring him out here.
It's the World Wrestling Federation on tour, coming to these great areas and facilities with action. Friday, October 31st, Providence, Rhode Island, Providence Civic Center. The British Bulldog will be in action in Providence. Friday, October 31st, Des Moines, Iowa, Veterans Memorial Auditorium. You'll see the King, Handsome Harley Race on the card in Des Moines. Friday, October 31st, Portland, Maine, Cumberland County Civic Center. Rowdy Roddy Piper seeing action in Portland, Maine. Thursday, October 30th, Waterloo, Iowa, McElroy Auditorium. Jake the Snake Roberts in action in Waterloo. Thursday, October 30, New Haven, Connecticut, New Haven Coliseum. George the Animal Steel on the card in New Haven. Wednesday, October 29, Glens Falls, New York, Glens Falls Civic Center. Paul Orndorff in town in Glens Falls. Tuesday, October 28th, Binghamton, New York, Broome County Arena. The champion Hulk Hogan seeing action in Binghamton. Be a part of the great World Wrestling Federation action when it comes to your area.
All of professional wrestling now here in the World Wrestling Federation, and that is Mr. Sika. Manager, what are you doing?
I am sending this gentleman out to get me something. And it's not Mr. Heenan. That's my father. I'm Mr. Host.
Oh.
Now, you know how to get there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Here. Now you hurry it back.
That's coming up, wrestling
That's
fans.
changed. That's
Let's
right.
go to Boston
You hop
Garden.
on the Hound and you be right back.
Take a look at the
young man.
match with
Hurry
Sika
up,
and the
too. I don't
Wizard
have
will be
all
there
day
too.
here.
Go, do your thing.
Part of the big Samoan.
Really knows how to put that weight to advantage.
Well, I'm going to see if I can prevail upon the Wizard.
He's headed this way, Gene.
Wizard. Excuse me, sir. Your thoughts on the progress that have been made thus far by the big man Sika here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Sika Lee Gene is without a doubt the biggest and the toughest animal in the jungle today. That's a position you once held till you become a pretty boy.
You talking
Not
to me?
soon.
All right, I thank you very much, Wizard.
Always a pleasure to speak to you, Mean Gene.
Thank you.
Look out! Big elbow by Big Sika sends Jerry down to the canvas in a hurry. What a very obnoxious individual the Wizard is.
Lord, just as
He didn't smell too good either, Jim.
loudest individual I've ever met in my life.
Absolutely. Got that strange-looking horn hanging around his neck. Who knows what's inside that? Got a tooth of the whatever tiger it was.
There's a blatant choke on the part of Sika to Jerry Allen. Young Allen, I don't know if he realizes he's going to have to fight fire with fire, but he's messing with somebody, the capabilities of Sika.
Well, if he doesn't realize it, he'll get an education in a hurry. Got some impressive credentials coming here into the World Wrestling Federation. Of course, you have to have that just to get in the front door.
They don't make it here unless they come in with those kind of credentials.
Shot right underneath the chin.
Very unique, very effective.
Wonder who does his hair. A or what's living inside there, making its home. Jerry trying to unload to the breadbasket. That might be successful. No, high rake immediately. Stops him cold in his tracks. Ah, look at that.
A rake of the fingernails across the back.
Not supposed to have any fingernails sticking out when you go in there. Obviously,
well, he's got his fingers taped up, but I wonder.
Look at it. You can hear the wizard from here, Gene.
The guy's knocking the VU meter down right down our control booth, and there's not a microphone within 30 feet of him.
Absolutely not.
Members of the press corps watching on tonight, as you can see. Reporters from the various newspapers in the Boston area, around the country, and internationally.
Internationally, yes.
I see a contingent here tonight from Japan.
And one from Australia as well, where you'll be making a trip very shortly, I understand.
And I'm heading down under next week and looking forward to it.
Well, I think Jerry Allen wishes he was down in Australia right about now, James.
Wait a minute. Learning the hard way, but he is learning.
Yes, he is. Planted a couple in the breadbasket, now going upstairs. And the youngster got trapped as he got turned right back into the corner. Oh, look at that. Trying to rip the nose right off the face of Jerry Allen.
Allen, 257 pounds from New Haven, Connecticut, the home of Yale University.
Yes. Oh, that beautiful standing drop kick out of nowhere. Sent Sika back and I didn't think that Hedka had that kind of quickness in him. He dropped him with that one.
It's
Goodbye.
No way young Allen could come back after that headbutt.
Knocked him silly, James.
300 plus pounds going up in the air and nailing Jerry Allen.
Headache number 15 for sure.
The winner of this bout, Sika.
There's the winner and the wizard, I should say. The wizard gloating in victory. He's done very well by this man.
Yes, he has. He's got a great find here in Sika. And look how pleased he looks. Oh, congratulating him now. And Sika looking for a little bread, maybe. That's how the Japanese gave that before they take the money when they win their sumo matches. But there was nothing there for him right at this particular point in time.
Gorilla, I want to go back in time and just review how Sika absolutely manhandled this young Jerry Allen. But what a phenomenal drop kick.
Beautiful kick right in the mush. Look at this now. Took about 3 seconds too long to do that, James.
Telegraphy.
Yep. Now the big guy's going to drop the headbutt on him, and the lights go out right here in a hurry.
No way that he's going to come back from that. As a matter of fact, Allen's still somewhat dazed as he heads back to the locker room.
Valiant effort by the youngster, but Sika proving to be too much here in the Boston Gardens. And on to victory. Look at that kisser. We'll be back.
What an awesome individual, Sika. And there's no telling what the wizard is. He claims, Bobby, do you believe this? He claims that he's in direct communication with the Grand Wizard. He said the Grand Wizard's at 42,000 feet or something, and wouldn't surprise me.
He says it, I'm going to have to buy it.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Good enough for me.
You were familiar with
Halloween?
pumpkins and Halloween? Did you ever make a jack-o'-lantern when you were a kid?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, maybe I'll make one for you.
See, in Beverly Hills, we don't go trick-or-treating. It's all treat.
Well, I'll tell you, you should know something about Halloween with some of the beauties you got in your family.
Like what?
Like Handsome Harley, the kisser on him, King Kong Bundy, and the rest of the stooges you got in.
Well, they're a bunch of good-looking men. What's wrong with Bundy's face? You think he looks like a pumpkin? Is that what you're trying to say?
Looks like he got hit with a shovel right in the kisser.
No shovel in the kisser.
I tell you a guy that's got
he wears flowered shirts sometimes. We went through the airport, everybody thought he was Tom Selleck last week.
Oh, please. Let's go to a special interview right now.
Did too.
Thank you very much, Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now, we have all talked about the events that took place recently. Magnificent Morocco, Cowboy Bob Orton, Moth of the South, Jimmy Hart, trying to literally end the wrestling career of Roddy Piper. And at this time, we are going to talk directly to Roddy Piper to inquire, one, the condition of your leg, and two, your thoughts. Two men you thought were your friends. Magnificent Morocco, your former bodyguard Bob Orton.
I never
almost ending
thought
your career.
in my entire life that they were my friends. I've never had any friends. I don't want any friends. I'm never going to have any friends. I never really thought too much about Morocco until he grabbed me. Magnificent Morocco, M&M's. I wonder if that's how he got that way. Never thought a whole lot about Cowboy Bob Orton because he was kind of mute back there behind me. The only thing he was missing was a nice hump on his back and a couple of bells to ring. Otherwise, he would have been a complete mute. That's the only thing I've ever really thought about these men. And then I think to myself that they take it upon themselves. How long did this take you to figure out, huh? Maybe 5, 6, 7 years to try to hurt me? Oh, what a wonderful job. You and Jimmy Carter on saving missions, you should get together. You guys do a great job. A great job. Another Jimmy Hart. Did I embarrass you, you pointed out baby poo? Did I make you spit in Bobby's pink cowboy hat? Did I tie you up because you were trying to be a smart aleck? Did I rinse your widow mouth out with mouthwash and make you gag and make a fool out of it? Did you think for 1 second that after you did that to me, man, I was just going to lay down there and just die? You only had to push up some daisies. I'm Roddy Piper. You see, just when you think you got all the answers, I change the questions.
Be the host.
No, it's all right. I'm going to give you a chance.
Away.
Go ahead and introduce this next match. I'm going to go to work on this pumpkin. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Simple. Very simple. I'll show you how it's done, pal.
Go ahead, do it.
You see, in the next segment coming up is a tag team match. It's JJ Funk, Mr. X, against the Islanders, Haku and Toma. Now, I will turn in the chair. You people will turn up your dials. You will sit back, and you will enjoy, as I do the host, in watching this match. Turn around, Gorilla. See?
I'm cutting the pumpkin.
No trouble.
Go ahead.
This is a tag team attraction, 1 fall, 30-minute time limit. First team number 1, from parts unknown, weighing 230 pounds, Mr. X. His partner from Amarillo, Texas, weighing 275 pounds, Jimmy Jack Funk. Team number 2 from the South Pacific, weighing in at 507 pounds, Haku and Tama, the Islanders.
Haku and Tama, the Islanders, here in the Boston Garden. Gorilla Monsoon, and sitting alongside me, Mean Gene Okerlund. The opposition, Mr. X and Jimmy Jack Funk.
What a tandem that should be. These Islanders have impressed me thus far.
Well, they certainly have, Gene. They can do it all out there. This guy right here, for sure, doesn't have both oars in the water. Thinks he's the Lone Ranger, Gene.
Not wrapped too tightly.
No, he isn't. Got that cowbell. That's a weapon in itself. A referee will have to get that away from him before we get underway here.
And that rope has got to be El Paso.
Chopping at the bit. Haku and Tama from the Samoan Islands in the South Pacific.
They look great. They look great.
Oh, they do. Well, you got the youth, the exhilaration, the tremendous high-flying ability of that man right there, Tama, and the experience of Haku.
You tell me, Gorilla Monsoon, how important it is to stretch before an athletic endeavor.
Oh, it's essential, extremely essential. You'll notice that both Islanders are already sweating, Gene. I never entered the ring without breaking a sweat first. Never.
They had been stretching out for the better part of 20 or 25 minutes back in the locker room, I'm told, prior to this match.
It saves a lot of injuries, believe me, it does. Stretch those ligaments and muscles out and get those joints functioning, get old lubrication moving around. It'll save you a lot of heartaches and a lot of headaches and a lot of physical injuries. Very concerned look on the face of, well, X wandered a little bit too close to Haku, and he got shoved right in the back. This guy possesses unbelievable power, Gene. He's demonstrated that a number of times and really amazed me.
Incredible. Referee for this bout, very attractive, Rita Marie.
Very capable as well. Mr. X ties up with Tama. Oh, he's loose as a goose. Once again, collar and elbow, and Tama got rid of him in a hurry. Can't see it. It's out of our picture right now, but the Jimmy Jack is all over the place.
Always great for me to get back to Boston and see longtime friends of mine. World Wrestling Federation fans, Donnie Quinn here at the Garden, one of the greatest.
Oh, unbelievable, yes.
Standing side headlock. Mr. X to Tama.
Oh, dropped down quickly in front. Tama over the top. Nice leapfrog. And a reverse leapfrog. Show you the agility on the youngster. Catches him with a chop right in the rib area. Hasty tag as he retreats back into the corner.
Here comes the Sakati.
Let's put it mildly.
Jimmy Jack Funk.
Needs a little help for sure. Tell me he sleeps with that mask on. And that from a very reliable source. About 6 bricks short of a full load. Oh, scoops in underneath. Oh, right over the back of the top goes Tama, and now turns the tables and slams Jimmy Jack. And a 1-foot drop kick catches him right in the kisser. Nice arm drag deep in underneath. There's that continuity we talked about. So important in tag team wrestling. Of course, the tag team action's so hot and heavy right now here in the World Wrestling Federation. It's just unreal.
I'll tell you what, watch out for these Islanders, Tama and Haku, because they're going to make their mark as far as tag teams are concerned. They've got tremendous continuity. You said it.
Oh, they certainly do. And of course, everybody looking for the title currently held by the British Bulldogs, Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith. And these two guys can put it all together. Oh, look at that shot. Right over the top rope goes Jimmy Jack from that clothesline by Haku. And is he bent out of shape? Yes. Look at Tama on the far upper end of your picture there. He's... Oh, look at this.
Jimmy Jack is bent out of shape mainly in the letters. Very strange individual. Yep. You can't take anything away from the man's talent.
No, definitely not. He can do whatever he wants to do inside that ring most of the time. But say they kept him tied up for a while on the ramp.
Tied up.
Must have been something really wrong with him. Nice go behind by Haku. Reversal by Mr. X.
Oh, look at that chicken wing and takeover.
Nice executed.
Oh, is that beautiful?
Mr. X doing a 360 whether he wanted to or not. Off the second turnbuckle on the inside. Tama now going to work on a nice arm wringer. Oh. Why, it's nice to be young and have that agility, Gene, that spring in your legs.
Oh, Tama's got it. Look at this teamwork. Boy, they stay fresh all the time. Back and forth. Those tags.
Oh, double axe handle. Sends Mr. X down to the canvas. And the powerhouse lookout backbreaker coming up. Oh, well executed. Could be all over right here. 1, 2, no.
I told you to shut your mouth.
Now, in the meantime, over in the other corner, Jimmy Jack's having some running commentary with some of our ringsiders here as this capacity crowd looks on here in Boston Garden.
You know, I hate to beat it to death, but here again, we've got another fresh man in the ring.
Yep. Oh, nice backdrop.
Haku tagging off to Tama. And yet, on the other hand, Mr. X has been in there way too long.
Desperation time for that team. Jimmy Jack finally gets his wish. He's back into this match.
Here comes Clayton Moore.
I love the colorful outfits worn by the Islanders. Never had anything like that when I was wrestling, Gene. You were either black or red or white. was it.
I've got a shirt like that my mother-in-law gave me for Christmas last year.
Irish whip in. Down in front quickly. Tama now up quick. Oh, look at this. Got him over. Caught him with the backdrop.
JJ hesitated just momentarily there.
He has it. Oh, from behind. And sunset roll up. Not going to get him. X comes in and disturbed everything. Very, very intense look on the face of Tama. You've got to have that concentration if you want to be successful in tag team wrestling or individual wrestling. If you don't have it, you're not going to make it.
Boston Garden, truly one of the hotbeds for professional wrestling. And we always have tremendous turnouts here for the World Wrestling Federation.
One of the meccas.
You know, if I decided to make a Pumpkin or Jack-O-Lantern, I could have it done just like that.
Looks like the inside of Harley's throne room.
What do you mean his throne room? What are you trying to say?
Keeps all his...
Thrones. I mean his helmets.
Go ahead, just do your
crowns.
thing. Leave me alone with this pumpkin, will you please?
We'll be back in a moment with the conclusion of the match with the Islanders. I let you do all the intros and intros out because these four men here, I'm not even getting the right cues from this guy here.
You sent the guy out to the bus station or something, didn't you? What are you looking for?
Yeah, but you think they send another guy in? Well, let's turn around and see the conclusion of this match.
Go ahead, have a good time.
Boston Garden for sure. X sends him in. Whoa, he got a knee right in the lower kidney area by Jimmy Jack from the outside. The referee never saw that. Could be an automatic disqualification in somebody's book. Wow, that was a 40-yard field goal right there. It's important now for Tama to get over close to his corner if at all possible. Clothesline job. The youngster got one hand on the rope. Took some of the force out of the blow, but he felt that one.
Well, I said you can't take anything away from Jimmy Jack Funk.
Look out.
Oh, what a move.
Another clothesline maneuver. Now doing some damage on the outside, Mr. X. Referee right there on his case. Haku won't stay in the corner much longer, Gene. You can bet on that. He's already down around the side there. Looks after Tama like he was his brother. Well, in their native country, they are
brothers.
Yes. Down for the cover, 1 count, 2. Haku makes the save here. As Tama getting a real shellacking right now at the hands of Jimmy Jack, who makes a quick tag, and look out, X going to the top.
Young lady doing the officiating, handling this tag team bout very well. Not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Absolutely not. Tag matches are very difficult to referee. Reverse chin lock. Now that's underneath the chin. That's a choke. Turned it loose. Oh, planted the foot right in the kisser. That one was in the sternum. X and Jimmy Jack finally getting things going their way, but for how long remains to be seen.
You know, it's all momentum. Either in singles or tag team competition. Right now it appears that the momentum is on the side of JJ Funk and Mr. X.
Well, they're showing me a lot more continuity than I expected out of this mongrel team, so to speak. Possible shoulder breaker or power slam coming up. Shoulder breaker and a beauty.
You called it.
Well executed. Look out, going up. Second turnbuckle on the inside. Jimmy Jack bombs away. Oh, caught him right between the eyes.
What a move.
Could be all over here. 1 count, 2. Oh, 3 was up there and on the way down. Tama actually managed to kick out of that. I don't know how.
It's a combination of a kick and a shoulder turn.
Irish whip in now by Jimmy Jack. High sunset flip over the top. Can he get the legs down? Yes. He can't reach his shoulders.
Not only that, Mr. X right in on top of the action with a boot to the lower back. And, of course, Tama releasing immediately.
Suplex.
Oh, nice.
Nice reverse neck breaker. Tama taking a pounding here. 2
count again. He needs to get over and make a tag.
Still can't believe he hasn't been pinned. He's got to be a tremendously physically resilient young man.
Oh, he went for a neck breaker again, but it was blocked nicely. He's trying to turn this around. Yes, he does. But he gets whipped right around again. He turns it into a nice snap suplex. I thought he was going for a backbreaker there, Gene.
Well, I don't know. I think Tama might have taken about as much out of himself as he did out of his opponent. Both men are down. Tama, right now, desperately needing a tag to Haku. Got to get a fresh man in there.
Absolutely. This match is history. Holding on to the leg for dear life. Jimmy Jack doesn't want him to make that tag.
What you can see of his face is sickle.
Well, look at the distraction here. The referee never saw this tag. Haku comes in. He thinks he's the legal man in. The referee's going to put him out. And rightly so.
No!
He'd have been a goner. This match would have been over in a hurry. Meantime, doubling up on Tama. Irish whip in. Watch out. Ducked underneath. Nice forward roll out of that clothesline. Oh, both got it.
Doubled up on the clothesline.
Look at X, ready to pounce in there at any chance he's going to get. He keeps an eye on a referee at all times, knows exactly where she is. Whenever he can make a move, he does. There's a tag made by Jimmy Jack. And yes, a tag to Haku. Look out. Haku on fire. Nice reverse knife edge. Sends him in for the ride. Whoa, excuse me. Is he on fire or is he?
He is indeed.
Flying elbow. Mr. X on the receiving end of a whole lot of punishment now being dished out by Haku. Over for the cover. That right arm is already out of there. Wow, he backed right into the corner and let Jimmy Jack have one and a headbutt. Drops him out of the way. I can't keep up with the action, Gene.
Well, this particular match has gotten out of control. Look at the chops by Haku. One of the Islanders. I can take him up to my place in northern Minnesota, have him split wood for me.
Going to work on the trees, right in the backyard. Suplex and another quick tag made. Look at this. Tama on the top, just like a bird. Oh, look at that leap. Some 15 feet high in the air. Good night.
Oh, phenomenal high fly on the part of Tama. And the Islanders get the Duke. What an impressive victory.
And the fans here at the Boston Garden loving every minute of it. What a fantastic move. Let's get the official word.
The winners of this match, Haku and Tama, the Islanders.
The Islanders, most impressive here in the Boston Gardens, and what a leap.
Look at the embracing on the part of Haku and Tama. Let's go back, Gorilla Monsoon, and analyze this tremendous teamwork. And look at how high. How high do you suspect he got up?
At least 15 feet high in the air, Gene. That's got to be pound for pound. Who knows how many pounds of pressure per square inch. I'm not a mathematician of how much weight force that is coming down, but it has to be enormous, as you can see by the results. And a very impressive victory for the Islanders here in the Boston Garden. Distraught, very happy. Look at this. Brother, we did it.
They are brothers.
You got it. We'll be back.
Something else? Okay, is that now?
What is it? You having a problem?
Well, the help here is inferior like everything else in this world today. You can't get a decent answer out of anybody.
I'm going to make this pumpkin into somebody that you're very familiar with. By the time I'm done, you'll recognize who it is.
Hello. No. If you can't figure out what bus to get on, don't call me here. You imbecile. You asked directions. I wrote it down for you. Figure it out for yourself. That's why you work here. I'd probably run off on the money I gave him.
Yeah, what, 69 cents? How much
Almost
did you
80
give?
cents.
Oh, my God.
On the
You go
wrong
ahead.
bus. He says, what corner is it on? Do I go down 11th Street or is it one way? That's what he asked me. I wrote everything down simple for the guy.
You're the host. Go ahead, do your thing. You're doing a good job.
I'm doing a great job considering what I have to work with here. Okay, we'll be back in a moment with more wrestling, more prime time, and more of your great hosts, Bobby the Brain Heenan and Punkin Man over here. Well, we're back. And our next match, participants are Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik against, these aren't his notes, these are my notes, by the way. I feel like I'm on the set of Friday the 13th here. Against Corporal Kirshner and George the Animal Steele. So if everybody will turn around with me, and I don't know where Punkin Man went, he's probably trick-or-treating, we'll see this great match.
The following is a special tag team attraction scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. I would like to first recognize the manager, the Hollywood fashion plate, Classy Fred Blassie. He represents from Moscow, Russia, weighing 313 pounds, Nikolai Volkov. And his tag team partner from Tehran, Iran, at 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Volkov requests that you all rise and respect his singing of the Soviet national anthem. The opponents, first from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, weighing 240 pounds, Corporal Kirshner. And his tag team partner from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 288 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
Oh, this capacity crowd comes to its feet to welcome Corporal Kirshner and George the Animal Steele. Talk about your unorthodox team. Here's one of them.
Oh, this is... Look at this. Look at Steele.
And the Animal is already attacking. As the Star-Sheik strikes carried into the ring by Corporal Kirshner. Talk about your pride in the United States of America. There it is right there. In the form of one Corporal Kirshner, Volkov and the Sheik have departed. Look at Blassie. He doesn't know what to do, Jess. Chant going out by this capacity crowd on hand, USA. And look at the look of determination on the youngster's face. That adrenaline is flowing through his veins right now, Jess.
Oh, it's flowing, but I'll tell you what. I cannot understand why anyone in their right mind would take George Steele for a tag team partner.
Look out. Sheik attacking the Corporal from behind. Look at the Animal looking on. He doesn't know what to do. Referee finally got him out of there. The bell is rung and this one's underway. Wow. Vicious clothesline by the Sheik. I guess that's the Iranian salute or something, Gus. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Sheik, he doesn't have too much respect for Kirshner, and he started off quick and fast. And if the Corporal's not careful, this match is going to end real quick.
Well, he doesn't respect anyone. Big backdrop by the Iranian. And he wants quiet in this jam-packed arena. Highly unlikely to get anything along those lines. The Animal over in the corner with a look of bewilderment on his face. Corporal's still got his dog tags on, Jess.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Corporal's going to be yelling for some of the black hats at Fort Bragg or Fort Benning here pretty quick.
Not going to get a submission here because the Sheik doesn't have that leg hooked. Wow, that's what happens when you don't. Elbow drop, but the Sheik long gone. Corporal needs to get over to his corner desperately here. He's in a whole heap of trouble right off the bat in this matchup.
Yeah, but the problem is, does George Steele have enough intelligence to tag Gorilla?
Well, the captain's over there, Lou.
Huh, that doesn't tell me much.
Nikolai comes in now. Oh, look at that clothesline job as he was draped over that second rope. Kirshner in a whole heap of trouble here in the Baltimore Civic Center.
I'll put it to you this way, Gorilla. You take Lou Albano and you take George Steele, combine both their brains, and you got about a half a brain.
That's only your opinion. Tag made as the big Russian steps in, and still, with the dog tags hanging off his neck, Corporal Kirshner taking a shellacking here at the hands of the big Russian, Nikolai Volkov, and the Iron Sheik.
Well, the Sheik and Volkov, they need this win badly to get back at the top of the heap and go after them tag team championship of the world, currently held by Valentine and Beefcake.
Former champions and great champions they were, but it's ancient history now, and if they want to get back in the race, they've got to be a team like this. Kirshner out of that corner in a hurry, and now it's he going to work now on the big Russian. And the animal's tagged in. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
The animal biting away. Come on, referee, do something.
That's right. The referee's got to control of this wild man.
The animal is wild, no question about that. One of the most unorthodox men in all of professional sports today, and now he gets trapped in the wrong part of town. And they stunned him. And look at this double team effort as the big Russian distracts the referee, and the Iron Sheik putting a chokehold on him.
See,
Corporal tries to come in.
That's smart tag team wrestling right there, Gorilla.
That's part of what tag team wrestling is really all about.
That's right. One partner take that referee while the other one does the damage.
Look at that. Got the tag rope now wrapped around the throat of the animal. The referee is just about lost control of this one, Jess. Oh, look at those shots by Blassie with that cane. Right into the midsection of the animal. Captain Lou coming around.
Yeah, Captain Lou, he's always too little, too late.
Well, he was way over on the other side of the ring, and Blassie saying, oh, honest to God, he said, I didn't do it. He gave us the Boy Scouts oath. Who on earth would believe that cheapskate?
Ooh, the Sheik's going for the
look at this. Camel clutch slapped on right in the middle of the ring.
This could be it, Gorilla. I don't know if the animal knows how to say I quit, but he may have to.
I'm sure he does. A whole lot of pain being exerted right now by the Iron Sheik. But the animal not saying anything, and the corporal comes in.
Flagrant breakage of that hold by Corporal Kirshner. Possible disqualification right there by the referee.
5 count to get in there and out, Jess. How many times have you told me that?
Now, all of a sudden, Gorilla, you condone that.
Well, I'm not condoning it. I'm saying he's got a 5 count. He doesn't do whatever he wants to do in that 5 count. It's over. George able to make the tag. And now it's Kirshner, a house of fire. Whammo. Double.
Nice of you to come back.
Well, what do you mean?
Pleasure to have you.
Just create this thing? I have to have things
Who cares
to work
about
with.
this punkin'? I'm out here with guys that got their ability in television off the back of a comic book. They sent away for a course, and you leave me here with them. Then somebody takes my notes over there. We'll be back in just a few short minutes with a very important more matches, I guess. I don't know.
Camera, Bobby.
What?
To your left.
Over there, over there.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you give me somebody out here to work with, I'll get... Just a minute. Well, it's about time. Just get here. He's on his way with the package. He blew the last dime left.
Go back
Turn
to the
around
action.
to the match. I got it handled.
Double noggin knocker. Referee has lost control of this matchup right now, I'll tell you that. Sheik whipped in. What an elbow. Double leg trip, nicely done. Look at the look on that face. Talk about determination. Very close, very, very close. Corporal just tearing up right now on everyone. Nikolai Volkov in. Oh, big Russian hooked those ropes in the last minute. And the drop kick found no one, Jess.
That's right, Nikolai's no dummy, and now he's coming in with about those size 16 boots.
They will give you a negative attitude in a hurry. How quickly the tide turns here. Oh, right in the lower abdomen. A well-placed knee by the big Russian, who, in my opinion, doesn't realize his own strength, Jess.
Well, that's your opinion. In my opinion, he knows his strength.
Think he does?
Great.
I don't think he knows exactly how powerful he is. Chant going out USA, trying to give a little something to the corporal here. He needs it. Trying to get over to his own corner. He's in the right area, but nowhere near enough to reach to make a tag. If he turned a couple of times to his right, he might be able to. There it is. Yes, he made it. Well, the animal was clever enough to do that. Yes, reached right out there.
Oh, what is it? Oh, look at that gorilla.
Got some kind of a foreign object out of his tights. Stuffed it right back in there again. Oh, the animal's
look at that. He's
looking to rearrange the facial expressions of one Nikolai Volkov. Was that a tag?
I believe so.
Well, the animal reached down into his tights and came up with something. Corporal hangs on. Can he have the momentum? Yes, shoulders are down. He can't get the legs over.
Pretty hard to get big Nikolai in a move like that.
Not with those powerful legs he's got. Small package now. Doesn't, well, I don't know, he didn't have that leg hooked that time either, Jeff. And the animal comes in. Referee saying, no, you got to get out of here. In the meantime, oh, look at this. Corporal's got him up for that patented backdrop, perhaps. Yes, he nailed him with it. Over for the cover. No one there to count. Oh, Sheik just planted one. Look at this. What's going on?